All right, guys, we are back for another review. And today, this is the 500-mile mark. Right now, currently, I have 528 miles right now. So I just kind of want to share with you, my experience with the Ridstar Q20. I've had this bike since Christmas of last year. Got this as a gift from my daughter, and the bike has been great so far. Haven't had any issues with it. The brakes, they're hydraulic brakes, and those work fine still. Even the brake pads right now, I think I still have plenty of pad left. It's probably hard to see right there, but I could probably go for another 500 miles. So I'll be sure to check back with you guys at the 1,000-mile mark. But the brakes have been working fine. A few mods I've done on this bike. I mean, nothing too crazy. First being is I switched out the front headlight. The front headlight is just pretty weak, honestly. You don't get a lot of coverage with that. It's not very bright. So yeah, I got this from Amazon. This thing's a nice little tank. It's super bright. There's 3 different modes on it, I think. So yeah, really happy with this light here. And a little bit of a scuff mark there. My daughter had dropped it about a couple months ago. So that's probably the only kind of major scratches on this thing is that it's only been dropped one time, and that was it. And this is the the result of that. So luckily not too bad. I added this front bag here too. Basically just kind of like emergency stuff, like my tire or tube kind of gets flat or something like that. I want to make sure I have things changes. So I got some wrenches, some patches, and some Allen wrenches and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend having some kind of safety bag there if you're not riding with a backpack or anything like that. I added these handlebar grips, which are my favorites. I really love using these things. I mean, I like the style of them. I like the stitching right there. They are for half throttle, so I did buy a full throttle. So I'm just waiting to install that, and eventually I'll make a video on that and show you guys. But yeah, when I do that, I'm gonna have to remove these handlebar grips, which is gonna suck because I really like them, but it's gotta be done. Added this rear view mirror, which I feel is important, at least for me. I don't like looking over my shoulders too often, so this definitely helps out a lot. Added the drink holder for my drinky drink. I go on some rides and I get pretty thirsty, so I need to have something to kind of hold my my water bottle or whatever I'm drinking. So I definitely like the placement that it's right there. So yeah, really like that. Moving on down, I added the seat cover, which I did make a video. It's on my YouTube page, so be sure to check that out. That took some time adding this, but I'm super happy with it. It has some wrinkles on the side just from just normal wear, but overall I'm pretty happy with how I installed it and how it looks and all that. So I'm going for a red and gold theme, and luckily the handlebar grips and the seat, they kind of match in color. So that's kind of nice. For the battery, still the same stock battery. It's the 48 volt, 20 amp hour. I have basically black electrical tape over the Ridstar sign, and I need to buy some, I think it's called Goo Gone, so I can remove the black tape and remove the Ridstar sign. So definitely get rid of that soon. I colored the side plates black. I feel like it just kind of accents the bike pretty well, and it goes good with the red. So did that. I think that looks fairly nice. Added some gold foot pedals here. They're from Jet Cat. Again, I got these from Amazon. So really happy with these. They're pretty sturdy, pretty nice. So definitely recommend that. Recently just added these foot pegs, which are nice. I've taken my daughter on some rides, and she's able to get in the back and have somewhere to put her feet. So that's really nice. Just make sure that if you do get these kind, you got to tighten up this bolt here pretty good, because it goes on the outside and it's not attached to the actual frame. So just make sure, if you get this kind, make sure you're tightening those up pretty good. That way the wheel doesn't come off the frame or anything like that. Let's see what else. Also, when you get the bike, for new users out there, for people who are interested, the rear suspension is going to be fairly tight and squeaky. So what you want to do is right here where the swing arm's at, I forget the size millimeter Allen wrench you're going to need, but you want to loosen that up a tad and also apply some lubrication right here, and that'll remove the squeaking noises and kind of give it some more, just kind of loosen things up a little bit, have a little more play. And then also you want to do your adjustment just kind of based off your riding style and your weight and all that stuff. And this is still stock, so I still need to buy a new front suspension and also a rear suspension too. So, but if you just want a quick fix, I suggest, just like I said, loosen that up a little bit and also apply some lube. Other than that, I like to apply some disc brake cleaner. That kind of alleviates some squeaking noises as well, and also kind of cleans up all the dirt and debris. So I'll be sure to show you guys what I'm using on that. And also too, getting a good habit of lubricating up the chain. That way this thing doesn't, you know, burst or bust when you're out riding. Right now mine's pretty dirty, so I got to get back home and kind of clean it up a little bit. I'd say another big thing too, really important, the tires. The stock tires on these things are pretty bad. My rear wheel is pretty much worn on this, and yeah, it's time for a change. I definitely like to ride my bike off-road, and this thing, let's see, there's a pretty mean gash in it. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on here. Oh, look at this thing's pretty gnarly. I don't know if you guys can see that. The shadow's kind of in the way. There you go, right there. Yeah. So if you're someone who likes to ride this thing off-road, I'd suggest buying some really good, robust, really good puncture-resistant tires, because these things are gonna go quickly. And to be honest, I probably shouldn't be riding this right now, but you know, to make the video, I kind of want to document things and what's going on. The front tires, I mean, it's okay as far as the tread goes, but I was almost thinking about rotating the tires, have the back go in the front, but I mean, it's not going to make a difference. I need to get some tires. For people who are interested, I'd say the major takeaways or the major changes you want to change to the bike would be front and rear suspension and the tires. So I mean, that's important. And everything's still stock. It's a 48 volt, 20 amp hour, 1500 watt version. And you know, it's been a great bike though thus far. No issues again for the price. You know, I'm happy with it. The shipping and handling though, I mean, that's the only thing that's really pricey. But if you like this kind of style, like the moped style, I highly suggest the Ridstar Q20. Definitely the one with both hydraulic brakes. I know there's a couple of Ridstars, and maybe the 1000 watt version that has the mechanical brakes, but yeah, you definitely want some strong stopping power. So having the hydraulic brakes, yeah, it's definitely a plus and a must. But it's a great bike, plenty of room for mods. Eventually I'm gonna get me a bigger battery. You know, there's plenty of space right there for a bigger battery. And also I'll probably end up changing this out to a hub motor. Again, no issues with the planetary gears. I know they're plastic on the inside and sometimes they give out, but you know, luckily for me right now, things are okay. But I'll have to check back with you guys when I hit 1,000 miles. But right now, currently, I sit at 528 and not too bad. Also, I should mention too that the phone holder, I still have that. I mean, it's pretty cheap and plastic, you know, cheap feeling, cheap plastic, but I mean, it holds pretty well. I didn't even realize, but there's an actual little charging port right there for it, so that's cool. But again, it's a great ride for the money. It's a good value bike. I mean, I like the frame, I like the look of it. Plenty of torque, plenty of speed. I mean, I highly suggest anyone out there who's in the market to get a bike. You know, this would be a good one. Just again, ride safe. Always wear your helmet, right? Because you never know. I know I've wiped out a few times already. Well, more than a few, man. So luckily my helmet saved me. So be sure to do that. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, let me know. Also too, I think I want to get a different front bar right here. Something more low profile, I think. Stay tuned for some extra mods. Like I said, I did buy a full throttle, so eventually I'm gonna switch that out and I'll make a video on how to do that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, help me out here. I'm trying to build this channel a little bit, and if you're a fan of the Ridstar, definitely hit that notification button, and I'm trying to do my best to kind of keep you guys in the loop and anything that I'm trying to do with this bike. And for people who are on the fence about it, if you're looking into it, don't think about it, get it. It'll be a good purchase for you, I promise. Alrighty, here we go. This is the Ridstar Q20, and we be out.